I have to share the most powerful meditation practice that will completely transform your life and speed up your manifestations. This is something that I have been doing for the last few months, and I have experienced such profound shifts inside and out that I can't not share this with you. But first, if you are new to me, hello, my name is Stephanie Sage. I'm a spiritual mentor and visibility coach. I've been supporting spiritual entrepreneur women for the last almost 10 years with manifesting a life and business that they absolutely love. So if you vibe, make sure you subscribe. If you want to learn how to work with me or join our amazing community on Skool, all of that information is in the description box below. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into the magic of this. I have a feeling that I might share about this more because it's been such a deep experience for me, these meditations I've been doing. And I call them I am meditations because that's exactly what it is. So I'm going to share my experience with these, how I actually do these meditations. It's super freaking simple, but it does require your presence and your devotion to yourself to experience the magic that's possible from this type of meditation. This is resting in the awareness of your infinite presence. So I've been on my spiritual path for a really long time. I've always been into the mystical side of life. I've had a lot of mystical experiences. I've opened my gifts in a lot of different ways, my channeling, my intuition. I've worked with plant medicine for the last 15 years. I've had a lot of really powerful experiences that have expanded my awareness, that have supported me with embodying more of the truth of who I am, that have supported me with manifesting my desires and attracting my soul family, growing my business, and so much more. And for me to say that this particular meditation has had such a profound effect on me is a pretty big deal because I've had a lot of experiences. And I truly believe that this is a code, like a cheat code to reality and a cheat code to fulfillment, really, and to self realization. And so this is the I am meditation. And all I do is basically put on different frequencies or binaural beats and set my timer for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, however long I'm choosing to meditate that particular day. I started with 20 minutes in the beginning and I find myself wanting to do 40 minutes multiple times a day at this point. I don't do 40 minutes multiple times a day every day, but I will say I'm drawn to this. So I put on that, set my timer, and I focus on just I am. Now, I will say the first time I started doing this, I started focusing on the phrase, I am one with God, and with God, all things are possible. I am one with God, and with God, all things are possible. And I was just repeating that in my head during one of the first times I did this meditation. And as I was repeating that in my mind, I was basically like supporting my human with having the experience of being my God self in the meditation, of remembering that I am connected to all that is. I am one with all that is. It's within me. And as I was going through that and really tuning into that particular phrase, I zoomed out and only focused on I am. And just basically repeated it in my mind. And I ended up having a really profound non-dual experience of oneness in that particular meditation, to the point where my whole being was flooded with bliss. Bliss meaning like extreme joy, happiness, gratitude, like an overwhelming sense of gratitude for no reason, tears pouring down my face, like really feeling at one with everything, with God, with all of my desires, et cetera, et cetera. And it was like all of the illusions melted away, which is why I was able to experience that bliss, because that's our natural state. It's just we have so many layers of distractions on top of that, or programming and conditioning. And so focusing on I am, which is God within us, as us, allows us to really click in to the magic of the present moment and to dissolve any worry, any thought forms, any programming, because you are resting in the awareness of being infinite presence. And in that, there's so much that you could experience in the sense of healing and dissolving old programming and old identities. So as I've continued to do this meditation, I have find myself experiencing something different every time. I don't do it to have the experience. I do it to connect with God within me. And the true thing about manifestation of your desires and being fulfilled and experiencing more abundance in life is that's all an inside job. It comes from the inside out. When you realize that you already have everything inside, then it starts to reflect on the outside. And let me break this down for you a little bit. What you think you desire externally, the money, the clients, the love, the relationship, the success, the experiences, whatever it is, everything you desire on the external is really because you desire how you think it will make you feel. And it's those feelings that already exist within us because we are one with the all. We are one with God, right? We are all that is. So when you can become aware of the fact that you already are abundant, you already are infinitely supported, you are the infinite supply and the receiver, you are endless, infinite love. By tapping into that awareness, that knowing, that natural state, you suddenly are able to completely let go of old programming, of old stories, of old thought forms that are not supportive of you. And in my experience of this, it has supported me with seeing through the eyes of love more, seeing through the eyes of God, seeing myself in the highest light possible, understanding reality in a much deeper way because it's my choice of where I focus my awareness or where my awareness is, right? And if I notice any thoughts or stories or things in my mind that are not of the highest light, right, that are not empowering or expansive, I notice it. I'm not intertwined with it. I'm the observer and I'm able to say, oh, that's just the old programming. That's not who I am. And so these I am meditations is literally the code, the code to connecting with the truth of who you are, to dissolving old programming, old identities, to creating space between you, who you truly are, and the program so that you could start to see it more for what it is. And it could support you in speeding up your manifestations, your desired outcomes. Because again, as within, so without, when you remember and have the embodied experience of, oh, I already have it all. Literally, it's all inside of me. This bliss, this love, this fulfillment, it already is who I am. That starts to reflect externally. So my experience through these meditations has been quite profound. I will be sharing more. I've been diving deeper into all things around I am and how it's such a powerful code. I have cried almost every time I meditate. Sometimes the tears are just overwhelming gratitude, and sometimes the tears are grieving past versions of myself. I had an experience the other day as well where I was grieving all of the I was grieving a past me and all of the time I had spent in my life not fully seeing my brilliance and my value and my worth, and making a commitment more of tuning into I am even outside of my meditations and really allowing myself to be more present and to witness more magic and miracles in life. I've been experiencing more synchronicities. I've been experiencing more manifestations, and I feel so freaking good on the inside, which is the most important thing of all. Not that I felt shitty before. I've been in a good place for a while now, thankfully. I went through a rough patch, my dark night of the soul year a couple years ago. So we're on the expansion phase now. But I just feel more clear, more embodied, and more fulfilled. And I'm excited for everything that's unfolding in my life currently, for everything that's occurring with my work and the people that I support and the community that I'm growing and the deeper teachings that I'm bringing to my people regarding this, regarding self actualization, regarding creating your dream life from the inside out, creating your dream business from the inside out. It's really, really powerful because for so long, so many of us have looked for out there to fill some void within. We've looked out there for the evidence. We've looked out there for the success or the money or whatever. And a lot of entrepreneurs, specifically spiritual entrepreneurs, have started feeling disconnected from themselves because of the constant looking out there and chasing the milestones and the metrics and the this and the that and chasing the next goal post, right? And there's nothing wrong with having goals or desires that you want to bring to life, but it's important to always remember that it's an inner game and we create that inside. As within, so without. When you have it on the inner, your outer reality has literally no other option but to reflect. And having it on the inner means shifting your self-talk, shifting your external dialogue, going there in your imagination, experiencing as it as it's already done, connecting to the feelings, connecting to God within you. That is giving it to yourself on the inner. That's it. That's what it is. It's not pretending that you have something that you don't, whatever, whatever. It's the feelings and remembering that your imagination is creation in this simulation. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. So try this type of meditation out. Again, it's super simple. You can either start with focusing on, I'm one with God, and with God, all things are possible. And then, like, focus on that for the first however long, and then zoom out into the awareness of I am. Or you can just do the I am meditation, just focus on I am for 20, 30 minutes. And as you focus on it, you'll notice, at least in my experience, that there's not even any space for thoughts when you keep going back to I am. And there's magic that happens when you click into that full beingness of I am, the full beingness of what you are. You are infinite awareness, being aware of your experience. And so it's really powerful, so much so that I've been telling all of my friends about it. I have been talking about it with my clients, and I desire to share this with more and more people and for you to experience the magic of it yourself. So when you try it, when you do it multiple times and you get the feel for it, I would love to hear your experience with it, what conspires for you, what you notice come up within you, how you notice yourself feeling afterwards. I would love to hear that in the comments. And also, I'm considering recording some type of longer I am meditation in the near future. So if you would be interested in that, I would also love to hear. So that's all I have for today. I'm excited for you to try this. I've been doing it on the daily, and it is a game changer. All right, I'll see you in the next one.